Welcome back, Week 8 already, for the 2025 Bluewater Auto Restoration Podcast.
Wow, time flies.
It really does, doesn't it? We're here every Saturday morning, of course.
That's right.
You know, for all our listeners out there, all the latest in classic cars.
Keeping everyone up to date.
Exactly. And this week, we're diving deep, really deep,
Definite dive.
into a topic that, let's be honest, can make or break your restoration. Classic car interiors.
Yeah, you spend all that time on the engine.
Right. You get that engine purring and then you get inside. It's a disaster. What is the point? So we've got the experts from Bluewater Auto Restoration
Oh, the best.
to guide us through, well, really 5 key areas.
Okay.
So we've got carpets, seat upholstery, headliners, door panels.
Hitting all the major points.
We are. And then, of course, that all-important dashboard.
Can't forget the dash.
No. So we're going to uncover some insider tips and tricks
Love it.
to help you transform your classics interior from, well, drab to fab.
Ooh, I like that. All right, let's get started.
Let's. And I think the best place to start is, well, literally the foundation.
Right.
The carpet.
Right.
So you might be tempted to just rick out that old carpet.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Throw in a new one, call it a day.
But there's a crucial step a lot of people miss.
What's that?
Floor preparation.
Floor prep. Why is that so important?
Well, think about it. You wouldn't paint a masterpiece on a dirty canvas.
Right.
Your car's floor, that's your canvas. And any rust, damage, dirt, it's all going to show through that new carpet.
So what does proper floor prep involve then?
Well, it can involve sandblasting to get rid of that rust,
Okay.
patching up any holes, and really just making sure the surface is smooth and clean.
So the carpet lays flat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And looks its best. And here's a pro tip from the Bluewater experts.
Ooh, I love pro tips.
Don't forget that under carpet padding.
Under carpet padding. I've never really thought about that in a car.
It makes a world of difference, especially in classic cars.
How so?
It cuts down on noise and vibration from the road.
Oh, okay.
So, quieter, more comfortable ride.
That makes sense.
Plus, it acts as insulation, keeps you cooler on those hot summer days.
Yeah, that's a good point, especially if you've got the windows down, enjoying the breeze.
Nothing worse than a hot floor on a summer day.
Absolutely. All right, so we've got the carpet sorted. What's next on our list?
Well, let's move on to something that can really change how much you enjoy driving your classic seat upholstery.
Yeah, worn out upholstery. I mean, it's not just an eyesore.
No.
It's uncomfortable.
It really affects the whole driving experience. And one of the biggest mistakes people make
What's that?
is using non-OEM upholstery.
OEM, for those who don't know.
Yeah, good point. Original equipment manufacturer. Meaning it's designed specifically for your car's make and model.
So it fits perfectly.
Exactly. And it looks authentic. The experts at Bluewater, they've seen it all. People trying to cut corners with generic upholstery doesn't fit right. Colors are off.
Doesn't look good.
Not at all.
But what if you want to give your interior a bit more of a modern feel?
There are options for that. You can look at high-quality aftermarket upholstery.
Oh, okay.
Modern materials, modern designs, but still keeping that classic look. You could even go full custom.
Ooh, custom.
But if you're going for authenticity, OEM is the way to go.
All right, so the floor's looking sharp. Seats are comfy and stylish.
What's next?
What is next? Well, you can't forget about the ceiling.
The ceiling.
The headliner.
Ah.
For anyone who doesn't know,
Yeah.
that fabric-covered panel, the interior roof of the car,
Makes all the difference.
it does. But what kind of problems do headliners typically face?
Well, over time, they can stretch, tear, sag,
Oh, yeah.
especially in older cars.
Mhm.
Heat, humidity, even just gravity.
Yeah, it just takes its toll.
It really does. You might start to notice it drooping or even tears and holes.
Not a good look.
Not at all. And it can be distracting while you're driving.
So what are our options for fixing a damaged headliner?
Well, just like with the seats, choosing an authentic headliner designed for your specific car is going to give you the best fit and finish.
Where would someone even find an authentic headliner for a classic car?
That's where a place like Bluewater comes in.
Makes sense.
They specialize in sourcing original or reproduction parts
Okay.
that meet OEM standards.
Yeah.
And they have so much knowledge about different models and years.
They can help you find the right one.
Exactly.
I can imagine finding parts for a classic car can be a real challenge.
It can be, but Bluewater makes it easy.
All right, so headliner sorted. What's next on our list?
Let's talk about the things you interact with most in the car. The doors.
Ah, the door panels.
Those things take a beating over the years.
They do. All the opening and closing, accidental bumps and scrapes.
Exactly. And they really show their age.
Yeah.
But the good news is,
What's that?
there are some fantastic, high-quality, American-made OEM door panels out there
Oh, wow.
to give your classic a fresh, authentic look.
I'm guessing those are pretty straightforward to replace.
They can be,
Okay.
but you'll need a special tool
Oh, yeah.
to remove them without damaging the retaining clips.
Makes sense.
Don't worry, most auto parts stores have it.
So someone could do themselves if they're handy.
Absolutely. There are even installation guides online and videos on Bluewater's website.
Oh, fantastic.
But if you're not feeling confident, always good to call in a professional.
Always good to have options.
Exactly.
All right. So we've covered the floor, seats, ceiling, doors.
What's left?
What IS left? Only the command center of your classic car.
Ooh, the dashboard.
The dashboard is like the face of your car.
Is.
First thing you see when you get behind the wheel, and a damaged or worn out dash.
It really brings the whole interior down.
It does.
Replacing it with an OEM reproduction, that's usually the best way to go
Okay.
for the most authentic look.
And while we're talking dashboards,
Yeah.
don't forget about the gauges.
So important.
Pretty crucial for, actually driving.
Tell me about it. Cracked dash is one thing.
Right.
Faulty gauges, that's a safety hazard.
Yeah, you need to know how fast you're going, how much fuel you have.
All that vital information. Accurate readings are essential for a safe and enjoyable drive.
Couldn't agree more. It's not just about looks, it's about safety.
Absolutely.
So we've covered our 5 key areas of interior restoration.
You've been busy.
We have. What else should we consider when tackling a project like this?
That's a great question. There's one more thing, and it's a big one.
Oh.
Color matching.
Ooh, color.
Getting the colors right can make or break your restoration.
I can imagine. You've got those who want to match the original colors exactly.
The purists.
The purists. And then you've got those who want to personalize their interiors, custom color schemes.
Yeah, make it their own.
Both are valid. But even matching those original colors in a classic car, I bet that's tricky.
It can be. You're dealing with an older car, which means faded or discolored materials.
Right.
And then you've got the potential for hidden surprises from previous owners.
Oh, what do you mean?
Think about it. Someone might have tried to touch up the interior with mismatched paint or dye years ago. And now you're left trying to figure out what the original color even was.
It's like an archaeological dig.
Exactly. So the experts at Bluewater recommend checking unexpected places for untampered color samples.
Like where?
Inside the glove box, for example.
The glove box.
Yeah. And it's less likely to have been exposed to sunlight and wear and tear.
So it's a more accurate representation of the original color.
Exactly.
Wow, that's a great tip.
It's all about those little details.
It really is. And speaking of details,
Yeah.
you're working with so many different materials in a car interior,
Vinyl, plastic, rubber, metal.
each with its own challenges for color matching.
Absolutely. So it sounds like color matching is where things can get really complex. Any other tips to help simplify this process? One thing Bluewater recommends is getting a little extra paint mix to match those original samples.
Oh, that's smart. You never know when you might need it for touch-ups or repairs down the road.
Exactly.
That is a great tip. It's always better to have a little extra than to run out in the middle of a project.
You got it.
Yeah.
And speaking of getting the right products, Bluewater Auto Restoration offers a wide range of parts and services to help you achieve your interior restoration goals.
Like what?
They have it all. Dash accessories, upholstery, carpets, headliners, even door panels.
Wow, a one-stop shop.
Exactly. They even have a custom design center for those who want something truly unique. You can work with their team to create custom door panels, seat covers, all kinds of personalized touches.
That's incredible. It's like having your own personal tailor for your car's interior. But before we get too carried away with customization, let's talk about the overall goal of interior restoration. Beyond just making things look pretty, why is it so important?
That's a great question. Think about it. The interior of your car is where you spend most of your time when you're driving. It's your cockpit, your command center.
The sanctuary on wheels.
Exactly. So restoring the interior isn't just about aesthetics. It's about enhancing your entire driving experience. It's about creating a space that's comfortable, inviting, and reflects your personal style.
Turning your classic car into a true extension of yourself.
You got it. It's about preserving a piece of automotive history and making it your own. It's amazing, how even color, something so simple,
Yeah.
can be so tricky in classic car restoration.
You wouldn't think picking out colors would be complicated, but when you're going for authenticity,
Yeah.
it's a whole different ballgame.
The Bluewater experts, they've really stressed the importance of cleaning thoroughly
Oh, yeah.
before even thinking about matching colors.
It makes sense. Like, you don't want to be trying to match colors over layers of, oh, well, who knows what.
Exactly. Dirt, grime, maybe even old attempts at touch-ups.
Speaking of which, they also mentioned the potential for surprises from previous owners.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, someone might have tried to touch up the interior years ago with the wrong color.
Right, and now you're trying to figure out what the original even was.
Like a detective, almost.
It is. That's why they recommend checking those less obvious spots for color samples.
Okay, like where?
Inside the glove box, for example.
The glove box. Why there?
It's less likely to have been exposed to sunlight and fading.
So the color's more accurate.
Makes sense, right?
It does. It's like finding a hidden treasure map to the perfect color.
I like that.
Me too. Once you've got that perfect match, whether it's a sample, a paint code, whatever,
Yeah,
Bluewater can help bring that vision to life.
they really can.
They've got such a wide range of products and services.
It's amazing what they offer.
It is. And they're not just about restoring things to factory condition. They get personalization.
That's so important to a lot of classic car enthusiasts.
It is. They want to make the car their own.
Exactly. And their custom design center, that's where it's at.
Custom door panels, seat covers, you name it.
It's like having a personal tailor for your car.
I love that analogy.
And if you're not sure where to start, they have a sample request center.
Oh, that's cool.
You can see and feel different materials, colors, textures.
It's like a playground for car enthusiasts.
It is! That attention to detail, that's what makes Bluewater special.
They're not just selling parts, they're helping you realize your vision.
Exactly. It's interesting how interior restoration, it's more than just the visual.
What do you mean?
Well, think about it. The interior, that's where you spend your time when you're driving.
Right.
It's your cockpit, your sanctuary.
Sanctuary on wheels.
Exactly. So restoring it, it's about enhancing the whole driving experience.
Making it comfortable, inviting, something that reflects your style.
Turning your classic car